It's really dark in here. Welcome back, friend. If you remember, last time I was exploring void places, which ended up being a huge complex of a few interconnected maps. Deja vu. But of these maps... Oh, something was loading. This one really must be the creepiest one. Yes, of these maps, there was one, Void Mart, or Void Mall, I don't remember. This is the map I'm exploring today. This one, for whatever reason, wasn't properly connected. What is this? Water as well. Yes, as I was saying, this one wasn't properly connected. There was an area that explicitly said Void Mart. Nowhere Mall, Nowhere Mall. And I tried getting in, but it just wasn't loading the new map. So... Oh, it's the sun. So today I loaded the map individually. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. It still seems like a pretty creepy place, if I have to be honest. Right, if you remember, last time I was in White Complex, right? And I think we were trying to access this from White Complex. So I guess what I'm thinking here is that maybe this is an area where the anomaly progressed even further. So this is an even more anomalous area than White Complex. It doesn't seem like there is any light anywhere, really. This is prime, you know, a prime situation for all sorts of jump scares. So I'll try to keep my guard up. Huh. It's another one of those drawings, but this is the first one we see like this, I think. Let me go through here. Let me keep going forward here. Maybe we should follow the pink light. It's another one of those huge trees. Nowhere. Yeah, that might say Nowhere Mall. And you know what else? With this part of the whole project, the whole Pink Black project not being connected to the other maps, it makes me wonder if this area is so far corrupted that it's not even connected anymore. Would be an interesting thought. Well, it's either that, or I didn't manage to complete some sort of event in White Complex that would let me get into here. You heard that, right? We got these symbols again, which I don't really know what they represent exactly. It just looks like, you know, some sort of marking to denote a specific area. Yeah, this definitely seems like some sort of evolution of White Complex. you can see how this will be connected. Doesn't seem as anomalous as other side. But it is creepier. It definitely feels unnatural that there is no light at all. I'm honestly not even sure how I'm supposed to navigate this. You remember the critique I was giving it in the past few videos. Again, I want to repeat, I want to really drive the point home that I do like this project a lot. I think it is very original, it's very interesting. I love the art style. The art style really reminds me of an indie game, one of those indie horror. You know, the ones that get very popular at random, but they are actually good. Again, I have a lot of praise for this project, but I think where it really loses itself is in being very difficult to navigate. Now, I think I haven't researched this 100% because I didn't want to bump into spoilers or anything like that, but it does seem like it's multiple people collaborating. So the way I understand it, the original creator, you know, the main one, the CEO, I guess you could call them, Pink Black, they made Void Places as the starting map, most likely. It was the one with the, you know, with the most connections. So I take that as the base point, the starting point. They made all the assets as well. Assets that are being reused in all these other maps. We're talking, you know, literally everything. The walls, the textures, these computers, this furniture. Everything was probably created by Pink Black, the way I understand it. But feel free to explain it in the comments. But then other people got in on the project and they made their own maps. And that is probably why some maps I found more interesting, I like them more. While other maps I thought lacked a bit of direction. I'm pretty sure, you know, the maps we explored in the first half, Void Places, White Corridor, Other Side, those are probably created. Real light effect. Those are probably created by Pink Black themselves, right? By the original creator. They're easier to navigate. They just make more sense. Of course, I might be wrong on this, but I feel like those ones were better. Now the other maps, like I think it was called White Complex, and I think another one was U Complex, the one with the hospital. Those ones, they're not bad, but they're too much of a labyrinth. They really don't have the same direction, I guess. They're a bit too hard to navigate, I think, and that really damages them. If there are any secret triggers, you know, any sort of side quests to follow on those maps, I think they've been very hard to find. Void Places is also built like a labyrinth, literally. But that's kind of the point. In Void Places you're supposed to find the 4 pink vending machines or whatever they are. See, that makes sense. It's like a treasure hunt. I really liked that in Void Places. I thought it was done very well. That, like, it being hard to find was the whole point. Here, I don't know what I'm looking for, if I am looking for anything. I guess I'm just exploring. No, there are other maps as well. Here's another issue. You don't always... Oh, let's see if I can find my way over there. You don't always know how to access certain locations. The doors sometimes only open from a certain specific side, which is very annoying. I will watch you forever. It's that figure again. This is great for a thumbnail, by the way. Alright, screenshot taken, friend. Hopefully we get a decent thumbnail out of it. Yeah, these maps, by the way, again, even if I had my issues with them, like I said, they have been amazing from an art style point of view. Art style, artistic direction, you know, they've been amazing. Mysterious factor, creepiness factor. This one's very creepy, I would say. Yeah. What now? I mean, can only go forward. What's gonna happen now? Let me check back again. I wonder if anything changed behind us. It doesn't look like it did. No, everything's still the same here. Okay, now I'm starting to like this map even more. This is the first time we actually see one of those figures. Up until now, we've seen drawings of them. We've seen these drawings of shadow people with pink static on their head, their face. What? This is weird. We've been here before. Yeah, I'm only noticing now. But we've seen only drawings of them. We haven't seen... Well... I guess it was a person, that one. Or an entity or whatever it was. Wouldn't say it was a mannequin. But that is kind of what it looked like. I really hate this room. It's very creepy. Okay. Got a yellow wall area. Okay, I see, I see. Can we go outside? We can't. Well, unless I use a bit of no-clip. Of course, we've seen that. Is there no way to get out here? No, this seems like... Yeah, this is out of bounds. This is out of bounds and not meant to be here. There's something there. So we have an idea of our next direction, I guess. Let's try... Oh, I hate that as well. Another one of these. Well, up until now, my favorite has definitely been the first 3 maps. Or 4. I kinda lost count. But you know, I loved the first half of this journey we started. I loved void places, void corridors, other side. All the way back to void places. I think that was the absolute best that this project has to offer. I'm curious to see what else, you know, I'm curious to see what else we can find. That was creepy put there. But up until now, I will say, yeah, that was the best. No, of course, we came from here. Nothing. No, we were there. I could get lost in here for hours. I could never find my way, I think. It does seem like we might have seen most of the map. I'm not sure. Because this is another issue, but this is more personal, I guess. You know how I always leave doors open, but unfortunately, I can't quite do it with these maps. Because there are just too many doors that I can't even open. This makes it even harder to find my way, I guess. We've been here, yes, that one room. No, not this one, okay. Yeah. See, most of the doors I can't even open. And I keep seeing this drawing, I really wonder what it means. Maybe it just calls back to void places, I guess. It's very interesting. Until this point we've seen, I guess, 4 patterns, 4 things that keep reappearing. The pink sun, it's definitely the most egregious one. This must have the most meaning. But again, I'm not too sure what it means yet. It might just be symbolizing the pink sun itself that is out there and gives everything this pink glow. Well, maybe not in this case. But yeah. Then there's this city drawing, which it might also not mean anything. It might not mean anything. Then there is the pink eye with the teardrop, which I haven't seen in a while. Feel like that was only really a thing in White Corridor and on the other side. Maybe. And then we have this. Again, this doesn't necessarily mean anything, I guess. It could also just be a drawing of these weird entities. We've seen one, finally. And I wonder what's up with the pink itself. I get it, it's the same color as the pink sun, but then why is some sand just glowing pink? Is there a specific meaning to the sun being pink out of all other colors? Maybe a specific reason it's pink and not, I don't know, blue, green? Maybe it's just the color things take when they start getting corrupted. You know, when there are anomalies. Maybe it's just the standard color of anomalies. I wonder, it could be. I think it seems more likely that the anomalies are pink because the pink sun itself causes the anomalies. The real question is, what causes the pink sun? I got scared a bit at my own walking sounds. Well, it seems like this is it, friend. We keep walking in circles. So it's time to use no clip. Okay, this is new. I think there are multiple pink arches here. White complex big paper. I wonder what even is the entrance to this mall. We kinda spawned in the middle of nowhere when I loaded this map. But from here it's not really clear where the entrance is. I wonder if it's just in Void Places. Void Places already has the entrance to this map. The connection is being modeled, but it's not been implemented because this map maybe is still work in progress. This map still lacks the actual entrance. We've been here before as well. It is definitely smaller. It's smaller than the other ones. But it is still quite big. I do believe we may have seen everything. Yeah, we've seen this, right? Yes, I was here. I haven't seen this. Let me check where this area starts. Okay. That's very slow. Must be because of the water. Yes, it's this place again. Here everything looks abandoned. So let's just check out here. Ah, of course. Of course there is no real exit. We are here forever, friend. Yeah, we have more pink tunnels. But yeah, I believe this time this is it. This one is new. I have a bunch of other maps from the same sort of project already downloaded. So I probably will bring more in the future. But I think I want to sort of take a break by bringing other Gmod maps instead of bringing everything from this project at once. However, I guess you can let me know in the comments, friend, if I if I either see these videos doing particularly well, or many people in the comments tell me to keep going with these pink black project maps, then I might bring the rest sooner rather than later. It's up to you, really. Either way, I will find some other great maps. And obviously, more indie gems. And maybe some more different games too. Something that is not as strictly mysterious or creepy. Plus, I still gotta finish The Wolf Among Us, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Because it will probably come out soon. Well, I guess that is it for today. It's time for me to sit here and really think about all this, I guess. About this weird place. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share it to your friends. I'll see you soon. Very soon.